Yes. Another week. It's amazing how quick time flies. Before we know it, it'll be Christmas. And then it'll be New Year's. And then it'll be a new year. Time is flying. Maybe it's just me. But it sure seems it. It feels cold. I don't know how cold it is outside, but it feels cold in here. I really don't want to step out to find out either. I like doing this. Take a guess. It's sunny. Oh yeah. It's definitely in the 30s. I'll say 38. Alexa, what's the temperature?
It's currently 36 degrees.
Ooh, I was close.
Today's high will be 39 degrees with a low of 23.
Alexa, stop. I was close. I was off by 2 degrees. I'm really good at that. As we prepare for either 1 to 3 inches or 4 to 7 inches of snow tomorrow. Actually, starting tomorrow morning. And things look kind of normal in Venezuela. Things don't look any different. I don't see no airspace being closed down. There's a lot of flights, a lot of planes over Venezuela right now. Lots. That one's not available. It's Venezuelan though. So there was a lot of, believe it or not, Russian. The Russians were evacuating their people. And they were using other airlines to do it, to get their tourists out of Venezuela. So I don't know if that means anything, but the Russian government was getting their people out of here. But there's plenty of planes flying over Venezuela right now. I don't see any closed airspace, as was said. So looks like there's a lot of flights going over Venezuela right now. I don't know. Doesn't look... It looks normal to me. So much for a bluster of saying, don't fly anything there. They're not listening, obviously. What that means, I don't know. But right now, it means they're ignoring your proclaimed no-fly zone over Venezuela. I'm sure he's aware of that. They are totally ignoring him. So we got to see how that plays out. Well, regardless of that, once my Walmart order gets here, I am out of here. I'm going to run errands before the storm tomorrow. Because we could get a lot, or we can get a little. Now, the euro says little. The American says more. I don't follow the American, but that's what the models are saying. And that was last night, so I don't know what the models look like today, which I'm going to check. This is the euro. Now, if that high pressure stayed there, that'd be a problem. But it doesn't. And there's the low. It's definitely close enough to bring snow, but not that much. Now the American is totally agreeing with the euro. So we have to see how this plays out. It's going to be too warm here for snow along the coastal areas, too warm. But where I am, it's cold enough. And here it's cold enough. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this for tomorrow. There's another system. Another high pressure. And another storm system. This one's further out to shore, offshore. No snow. And gone. Good news. And pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. I don't trust it after this. So pretty much we just got to deal with this one system. I just want to back up and look at this again for next weekend. Let's see what the American is showing. It has it there. So it looks like both agreed that there's no storm for the weekend for here. Which is good news. Because there it is, right there. Then it goes out to sea. Because a front is going to push it out. Which is good news. And there's that front. So this storm should not be an issue for the weekend. Right now it's about that tomorrow. That's the one to watch for us here. So they're calling from 4 to 7 inches or 1 to 3. They haven't. There's a winter storm watch. So we shall see how much snow we actually get. Indonesia got hit with a really powerful storm in Asia. I want to just see what's going on in this area. It is a nasty one. Right in there. That's a nasty storm, but let's go down here. Looks pretty quiet. See, most of the activity will happen down by Australia because their summer is approaching. So that's where things start to ramp up a little bit. Down here. Not quite yet. This is when they get active. Like New Zealand has a nasty storm here. That's Wednesday. And it's crazy because that's actually The land down under is reverse. Pretty quiet for them. Let's take a look at British Columbia and Canada. Nothing. Quiet for them. It's always stormy about by Alaska. Now that's a little nasty coming in. Could you imagine living on that island? That island is always getting battered. I wouldn't want to live there. No way. This is not to be trusted. This is too far out. But could you imagine living on this island right here? This island always gets high winds and you'll see it from time to time. Look at that. That's strong winds. Up and down this coastline. That's nasty. So right now I'm focused on this tomorrow. That's my storm. How much snow we'll get? Alexa, what's the weather for Poughkeepsie, New York tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Gibson, New York.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, what is the weather for Poughkeepsie, New York tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Poughkeepsie, New York will have rain mixed with snow with a high of 33 degrees and a low of 21. There's a winter storm watch from Tuesday morning through late Tuesday night with over 7 inches of snow possible.
Holy Christ, they raised it. Oh my gosh. Now they're saying over 7 inches possible. That's different. That's different. Wow. I didn't like that forecast. For here. Over 7 inches? Really? Tomorrow. That's why I gotta go out.
Here's your sports radio routine.
That's why I gotta go out in a little while.
Welcome.
Alexa,
to
stop.
TuneIn.
So, yep, the snow is coming. Which means I need to run errands. Once Walmart comes, 'cause they always make mistakes coming to this house. I'm gonna check my order, the status right now. Arrives between 8 and 10. Track order. Order on the way. Oh shit. It's coming now. One stop away. Oh my god, what is that? It's like that thing is moving fast. Alright. It's on the way. My order. Once this order comes, I'm leaving. Estimated arrival 8:36 and it's 8:26. So 10 minutes. Then I'm getting the heck out of here. Because I want to do my errands early, get home and relax. So that's gonna go down any minute. Which means I need to change and get ready. Get ready. Papina! Hi, Papina. How's the baby? How's the kebab? How's my Papina? Take back. My Tycho back. Tycho now. My Papina. Kebab is the baby. He's the baby. What happened? It is cold. It's 36 degrees. Walmart's on the way. Yeah, they'll be here like in 10 minutes. I'm getting dressed because I'm going out. I don't want to go out, but I got to get my medication. No, I do not want to go out. Trust me. Why would you want to go out in that cold?
Let me tell you, it's really winter out there.
We have a snowstorm tomorrow. It's 4 to 7 inches.
Where, over here?
Yeah. Why do you think I'm doing what I'm doing? Because I want to get everything so we don't have to worry. Okay. You really think I want to go out? I don't want to go out. I have to go out. Arriving at 8:38. Significant snow expected. Now we're getting that. Now it's. I just got a weather alert.
Alexa, what's the weather for New York?
4 to 7 inches. Oh, the battery over there needs charging. What's up, Paul, if you're watching? What are you doing so up in out west? Oh, gosh. I gotta go charge that battery. Oh, my God. Mom is playing with Alexa. Let me keep that. I've got to go charge this battery. Wow, it is cold. Oh, that is instant chill. Tycho, go over there and lay down. Do the dog thing. Go over there. Really? Ma, if you see my little flashlight, let me know, because I don't know where it
I
went.
haven't seen it.
I know, I don't see it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Where the heck is it?
Really wants it to be.
Oh, it's up there for some reason. I didn't put it all the way up there.
Where?
All the way up there. All the way up there.
But why is up there?
I don't know.
And then you're talking. You
I
don't
just
even know
said,
what
I
you
don't
just
know. I've got to charge this door ring battery. This is the old ring. Two new ones aren't like this.
Ah, ma adesso mi prendersa, adesso che era candela.
Yeah. Oh, my batteries are charged. My rechargeables.
Oh, I was sick here.
No, you don't. Please don't.
Oh, yes, I could be wrong.
Because I'm busy.
What the hell? You think I'm not a human being? You think that?
Ma, please leave me alone.
I'm a nice
just
woman or
don't bother
something?
me. Stay over there
Stay where?
till I leave. Okay, that's charging. I want to hear that song I wrote yesterday again. while I watch this Walmart order get here. It was for the U.S. Transhumanist Party. They really liked it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you come up with those things, man.
I don't know how. It's all of a sudden I've been writing a lot of songs,
I know.
a lot of lyrics.
That's kind of weird.
I have like 47 songs now.
That's weird.
That's a lot of music.
I don't know.
It says it's 7 minutes away, but I'm watching on the phone.
I'm going back to my room.
Yeah, go relax. I'm leaving in a few. Once that gets here, I'm leaving. Okay, it should be here. I uploaded it yesterday. Maybe it's not on Amazon yet. I don't think it is. See all. Oh, yes, it is. It's right here. It's for the U.S. Transhumanist Party I wrote this for. And yes, I write all my own lyrics.
Earth evolution is outdated. Tribalisms are formed. Wars and disease spread their toxicity. Planet slowly warms. Flaws of human condition. A need for hope and prosperity. Science and technology. Advancements for humanity. Regardless of political views, the path forward is clear. Global unity free of barriers. Transpartisan future is near. Creating solutions with policies. Improving the human condition. Achieving a new course in evolution. A bright future for civilization. Significant life extension. Progress of science and technology. Cultural and societal acceptance. Harmony for all humanity. Threats reduced to our species. Removal of wars and disease. Achievements through transhumanism. Humankind finally free. Individual
It's getting close.
privacy and liberty. Tolerance and inclusivity reign. Technology used for progress. Improve the human condition. Opposition of nuclear weapons. Seek multilateral prohibition. Environment preserved through science. All species thrive collectively. Evolving through genetics. Societies boom respectively. A new age for the ecosystem. Endangered life stimulated in rebirth. Transhumanist set the course. A new age for planet Earth. Significant life extension. Progress of science and technology. Cultural and societal acceptance. Harmony for all humanity. Threats reduced to our species. Removal of wars and disease. Achievements through transhumanism. Humankind finally free.
Here's my bluegrass Christmas. Little bluegrass Christmas early in the morning. I wrote this last week.
Christmas in the air, snow falls on the countryside. Glimmering as it falls, snowman stands tall outside. Livestock stirs quietly, resembling nativity behavior. Warm and glowing within, holiday of our Savior. Family gathers inside, dinner just been served. Father brings in more firewood, warmth flows from the hearth. Fresh smell of pine, the children decorate the tree. Homemade decorations fastened full of love, hope, and glee. Mom cooking her roast slowly, hot cocoa simmers on the range. Christmas stories shared inside, heavenly spirit inside the grange. Pies cooling on the counter, dessert served as the music plays. Sitting by the fire with joy, they begin to pray. Early in the morning, before the gifts are open, barn animals need to be tended, no eggs seem to be broken. Fresh made bread and bacon, preserved foods adorn the table. Happiness of all those inside and the livestock in the stable. Smiles and joy all around as they open their gifts, preparing their trip to church despite the piling snow drifts. Neighbors helping neighbors, giving thanks to the Lord. His love endures forever, the power of Christ restored. Mom cooking her roast slowly, hot cocoa simmers on the range. Christmas stories shared inside, heavenly spirit inside the grange. Pies cooling on the counter, dessert served as the music plays. Sitting by the fire with joy, begin to give the praise. Mom cooking her roast slowly, hot cocoa simmers on the range. Christmas stories shared inside, heavenly spirit inside the grange. Pies cooling on the counter, dessert served as the music plays. Sitting by the fire with joy, begin to pray. Early in the morning, before the gifts are open, barn animals need to be tended, no eggs seem to be broken. Fresh made bread and bacon, preserved foods adorn the table. Happiness of all those inside and the livestock in the stable. Mom cooking her roast slowly, hot cocoa simmers on the range. Christmas stories shared inside, heavenly spirit inside the grange. Pies cooling on the counter, dessert served as the music plays. Sitting by the fire with joy, they begin to pray.
As snow falls through the air, postcards of beautiful sights. Folks stir on the streets. A snowman stands tall and bright. A sense of peace and joy, smiles of families together. A lasting memory for all, which will last forever.
Hold on.
What makes this a special time? People uniting instead of
Come here,
dividing.
Tycho, come here.
Is it the
Come
holiday
here, I
cheer?
got something for you.
The children sleigh riding.
Here,
The most holy time for many.
come here.
No matter how you worship, the gathering of communities, Heavenly Spirit guides our worship. The traditions of this holiday. Is it giving or receiving? For the love and light it shines. For all those believing, regardless of your faith, it brings us all together. The fire burns within us to spread joy and peace forever.
All right, enough of that one. It's still a little early to go out. The pharmacy, I don't know if they're going to have my order ready this early.
Why did you call me?
Because it's supposed to be delivered today. She said in the morning. I mean, it's not even 9 a.m. It's kind of early to be going to the pharmacy. What's up, Mike? Is that you, Mike? Getting ready for the snowstorm? They say we may get over 7 now. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. They exaggerate on normally. Now that's not to say we won't, but usually they have a tendency to give you the higher numbers, and it's not necessarily the lower numbers, which I would think we're going to get more like 4 inches. If I had to guess. It won't be most likely that much. 7 inches or more.
I'm bored. I can't take it.
Okay. This is actually live in Hawaii. It's 5 hours behind, so it's still early morning there. What is it here, 9? So what is it, 4 there? And we'll get light soon, but not for not for a few more hours. A couple more hours. So nice sky. Actually looks really nice right now. I'm thinking if I should do my other errands. I know what oh no, I'm not taking him to work tonight. He's on his own. I am not taking him to work. No way.
That's your job.
Not my job. I got my own job to do.
Yeah, that's what you do all the time, so
Do what all the time?
take Kendra to work.
I hardly ever take him to work. I only took him last week because of his back. But that's done. He feels better. And the only reason I did it yesterday because it was raining. I'm not going to let him ride the bike in the rain. I ain't that mean.
Is it like, whose bicycle is that?
His. That's his bike. That's not my bike. My bike is in all 3 of my bikes are in the garage.
Oh,
My e-bike, my mountain bike, my road bike. They're all in the garage.
you shouldn't be doing that because they might steal his bicycle.
That's not on me. That's on him.
I know he does.
And I think they overestimate to make people for the bread and the milk. But they do that. It happens. It's whenever we hear hurricanes or some kind of a storm, people flee and they go to the stores. Now, I just don't like going to Walmart in person. We had this conversation yesterday. I am not a fan of going to Walmart at all, indoor. It's either I'll pick up the order or I'll have it delivered. But I do not like to go into Walmart unless I absolutely have to see an item for myself. Otherwise, no way. I'm not going to deal with all that insanity in Walmart. Because it is. People, I just can't. I just can't.
You have to make a line.
It's not just the line. It's, believe me, it's more than that. It's just not the line. It's the whole atmosphere. Good morning, Dagger. So yeah, they're calling for 4 to 7 inches here of snow tomorrow, starting early in the morning. But I need to go to my pharmacy. But I'm thinking of doing my other errands and then leave the pharmacy for later. Which would not be a bad idea. They always hype it up.
Did they got home
Yeah, they yeah they my yeah. That
Yeah, they
was
did?
that was Saturday. Yeah,
Because
it's
we were
Monday.
supposed to be back for that.
Yeah, today's Monday. That was Saturday. But I do have my snowblower ready to go. The shovel's in the front door. I covered my firewood. Made sure my firewood is covered. I am ready. As ready can be. They're now saying 8 to 10 inches for you now, so they lowered the numbers. I could see that for you. They're saying 4 to 7 here. But still, I'd rather be prepared than not prepared. You guys can't deal with the snow and the ice down south like that. If you get a half an inch, you guys are. I don't want to say the word because I'm on TikTok. You guys are messed up. Because you're not really prepared to deal with that. But never say never, right? It's 36 there. It's 36 here right now.
Get your boots, get your gloves, get
Last
your
I checked.
shovel.
Oh my God. Speaking of that, I had a bag with all my gloves in it, and I cannot find it. I had every winter glove in it, and now I can't find that bag.
Don't blame me.
Oh, it's not you. It's definitely me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely me. It's not. I would not blame you because it's definitely me. I know it's me. I just don't know where the hell I put it. This is definitely not it. That's.
What goes around comes around, baby.
I honestly don't know what the hell's in here.
Look,
This is my backpack for camping. I think. I don't know what's in here. Everything's a spill. Oh yeah. That's the way it is. Drum pieces, all that stuff. More lasers.
look underneath the bed.
Oh yeah, this is definitely not. This is the other bag. This is my backpack for camping. It's not gonna be in there. Okay, let's go look. Oh Jesus, that scared me.
What's wrong with you, Bill?
Oh ma, listen.
What?
Go over there. Don't bother me.
What do you mean go over there? I'm sitting right
All
there in
right,
the
just
living room.
don't make no comments.
You're the one who's
No
making
comments, please. No comments. Really. Okay, there's nothing down there. I hope I didn't put it in a crate. Uh-oh. What is that all the way down there? You're kidding me. That can't be it. This wrapping butcher paper is driving me nuts. Oh yeah, there's a bag down there. Could that be it? No. What is this? I don't know what the hell this is. Oh no, that's a guitar case. That's definitely not it. Alright. So that only leaves one possibility. It's in my bedroom. That's the only other possibility here. It's definitely not here. So that's gonna stink because I'm gonna have to go in that room and search and look for that precious bag.
What is it in there?
It's a bag with all my winter gloves. I put them all in a backpack. Yes, Mom. Yes. It's a backpack. With all my stuff. That's my other helmet for the bike. What is this? Another helmet. Man, I got a lot of helmets. What's this? What is that? You really put yourself in one hell of a position, you know that, right?
Ay, ay, ¿qué es esto? Tengo como uno.
Okay, that's not it.
Así como un mosquito.
Yeah, it's definitely in my room. I gotta find that because that's my winter gloves. That's important.
Look
down there now.
I saw like some big gloves. Really nice too.
You should see if you find them for me.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I gotta find. Is that bag with all the winter gloves in
They
it.
were nice big gloves.
Yeah, they're ski gloves.
They're red.
If the ground is slippery, they close down everything except Waffle House. That's funny. The Waffle House must stay open.
They gotta make money.
That's the one thing. Do not close the Waffle House.
There's a lot of things.
Then chaos will ensue. No, I'll go in. I'll go in there later. Because he's still sleeping. Unless he's up. If he's up, Kendrick, he's got to work later. If he's up, I'm going nuts in that room. I doubt if he's up. He's sleeping. He's still sleeping. Trust me, I would love to wake him up, but I'm not that mean to do that. But I would. There's nothing down here, right? My tackle box. He has to work from 4 to 10 tonight. I'm not bothering him. Like I said, I would love to bother. Because I just enjoy that. You walked to Waffle House on those slippery streets during Snowmageddon 2014. We haven't had significant storms here in a long time. I can't remember when we got 7 inches. Right, Ma? I honestly cannot. That's what I need to do. I need to put the snow blower in the front of the house covered with a tarp. Because I like to have it right outside the door. I will do that when I get home. That's another thing I got to do. Everything else is good. I'm ready. Actually, there is something I could do right here.
You don't have a sharpener, Billy? Like
I gave you a sharpener. What you do with your stuff after I give it to you, I have no...
a little one.
I know, I gave you one. I have no responsibility.
I don't think so.
It was in your cosmetic bag. I know. That's what matters. I know. Because I remember. There is a very, very important thing to find right now. Related to a snowblower. What would that be? And it's probably going to be in one of these tubs.
Shovel.
Shovel's out in front of the door.
Shovel.
Okay, I don't think it's in this one. Oh boy, here we go.
I can live like this on board.
That's for the guitars. Ricola. Oh, this makes me nervous now. For real. I really don't want to dig through all this. Jesus Christ. I just seen them. That's what's driving me nuts. Just don't remember where I put them. Everything is falling. What? I don't know. Oh, his bone. I gave it to him. No, they're not in there.
What are you looking for here?
Shear pins. You wouldn't know. Let's just say that. You wouldn't know. Shear pins. Shear pins are to replace it for the snowblower. And I'd seen them, I just can't remember where the hell I put them. Like always. What? What? What?
What did they look like?
Nothing you would know. Trust me.
Oh, so that means I can help.
You cannot help me with this. Absolutely not. This is a me thing. And I need to find those in this wreckage. Where the freak are they? I just saw them. What's in here? Nothing. Okay, this is definitely not it. Let's look over here. I have to find that. That's important. Because if I break a pin, the snowblower is screwed. But this dummy has so much stuff that I forget where the hell I have everything. It's so bad. I really need to redo this area. I really need to redo everything again. What's in here? Can I get a break?
I'm praying so you can find it. Maybe you have them in that plastic thing?
What?
In the plastic thing? And you have another picture?
And I know I got them. This is terrible.
I know you're going through that. Doing this in the drawer is okay.
Hell no. Absolutely not that. That I know. They're definitely not there.
Those cabinets.
Nope. It's not gonna be there. Oh my God. It's always something, I'm telling you. But I have to do it. I don't even know what the hell this is. Oh. This is gonna piss me off today. Of course it will. Anything to make me freak out.
Can you go to a place to buy
I can buy them, but I know I have them.
Also, what the hell are you going through all that stuff?
Because like I said, I know I have them.
My God.
Why would I buy something if I know I have it?
Well, why
And
would
I
you
seen
have to
them.
pay yourself to going through that instead of just solving the problem?
Because then I gotta go to another store. recently I had them. Oh my God. What a nightmare. I can find everything else but that, right? Of course. Because that's the way it is. It's ridiculous, really. It should have been in these containers. That's what's got me going crazy. It should have been in here. It really should have been. But it's not. It's funny, I found these things though. What is this? It's cough drops. This is unbelievable. They're definitely not in here. Like you said, worst comes to worst, I'll just buy some. The thing that's bothering me is because I know I have them. That's for sure. I have them. I just don't know where the fuck they are.
Did you open those cabinets up there?
It's not going to be in the cabinets.
Why not?
Because I saw them here. That's why. I know. And I really, really, really don't want to rip all this to pieces. I really don't.
Maybe there's gouache.
No. They're here somewhere.
They're not there.
They are here somewhere. I'm going to check that room for a second. least I found a pack. Thank God. I don't have to go to the store. I knew I seen them somewhere. This. Very important. Very important. The pin shears for the snowblower. This is very important. Right, Mike? You know the deal with these. Always got to have these in case. Because without these pins, and if it snaps, gets caught in a rock, the auger doesn't spin. The blade does not spin. You have to replace the pins. This is super important. Oh, I found it though. That eliminates me going to a store. It also tells me I need to clean this place. Like, really. I've got too much stuff. It's really bad. At least I found it. That's what matters. That's all that matters to me. I found it. For now. The gloves I can't look for until somebody wakes up because it's in my bedroom in a bag somewhere. Could be in the closet, could be anywhere. But that's where they are. My gloves are in that room. That will be later. I will attack. But those are really important. Those pins, because I would have to go to the store and buy them. You have to be prepared. The last thing you do is to need those pins where your snowblower doesn't work. Then you're done. Okay. Good morning, Audrey. And good morning to anyone watching on TikTok. I'm just preparing for the snowstorm tomorrow. Or the potential of a snowstorm. So that means very soon I need to leave this house and go run on some errands. I should call my pharmacy. What? What's this? What's going on now? So they're going to have a meeting at 5 p.m. this afternoon in the Oval Office to discuss Venezuela at 5 p.m. today. That's breaking news. The president will hold a meeting in the Oval Office with his top team on Monday to discuss the next steps for Venezuela, according to sources. Secretary of War, which I will never call it that, Secretary of Defense, and of course Rubio will be there. I'm telling you, this is just crazy shit that's going on. It's going to take a long time to repair the damage that this administration is doing everywhere, whether it's regarding science, health, so many areas. It's like we've gone back to Stone Age in a lot of places. It's going to take time to fix all the shit they're breaking and taking a sledgehammer to. Boom. And it's going to take time. Because a lot of people, the only people that agree with what's going on right now are MAGA people. The rest of the country is like, fuck this. It's the only people. Those are the only people that are supporting what's going on right now. Die hard, not moderate Republicans, more extreme Republicans and MAGA. Those are the only ones that love everything that's going on right now. That's it. Other than that, the rest of the country is like, what the fuck is going on? Seriously. Really. It's like one thing after another. And I'm going to tell you, there needs to be the medical records like they were pushing on Biden, his mental capacity. It's got to be asked about this guy too, because there's a lot of stuff going on. The same way people were talking about Biden, they need to talk about what's going on right now with this. What's fair is fair. This is not partisan. Because a lot of shit that's going on is super questionable. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know. How do you not know? I wouldn't have done a second strike. He's already not taking responsibility for Pete Hegseth possibly ordering a second strike on that capsized boat with 2 survivors. He's just saying, I wouldn't have done it. Are you saying that he did? Because that has not been confirmed. Do you realize what they've done to science? Do you realize what they've done to remove data? Because it's not part of their agenda? Do you realize across the board the things they're... Oh my God. You tell me when you're going in for an MRI, you know what part of the body you're going to get an MRI. He didn't ask questions. He just, I don't know what kind of MRI it was. What? You don't know? How's that possible? Everybody knows. When we go to the doctor, we know what kind of MRI we're going to get, right? Or X-ray? I would hope. I don't know what it was for. It's just 1 minute, it's like policy. 1 minute, it's for this. The next minute, it's for that. Then it's flips, flop, flip, flop, flip. There's no steady course here. It's like 1 week it's this, the next week it changes to this, or the next day, or the next hour when it comes to policy. Right now, his numbers are 36 approval. I'm not a poll person, but Republican Party is in panic mode. Panic mode for the 2026. They're in panic mode. I would be in panic mode too. Because it doesn't look good in the House, that's for sure. They're losing the House. Right now, if you had to predict, they're definitely losing the House. But they could even lose the Senate, which would be insane. I never thought that would be possible. But right, I mean, I look at this site, and I don't know when it's been updated, because they do it all the time. It's like daily. It's not good. And it's not good for both parties. It's not. It really isn't. And you can look at different categories, and I'll just share the screen on one. I go to this because it combines every poll, because there's conservative polls, there's liberal polls, there's all kinds of polls. He's in the red in so many. Even the ones you think that would be favorable, he's in the red. And getting worse. Right at the beginning, everything was dandy. Right after the election, look at it now. It's tanking. Tanking. And this combines all the polls. He's dropping like a rock. Like a rock. And the only ones that are really supporting him is the extreme base. Because even the moderates aren't. Look at how many people think the country is heading in the right direction. Remember, this takes all polls. So there's going to be some that favor, not favor, all that. 36% think the country is heading in the right direction. Well, what do you think 30% makes up? What do you think? What base is that? What base is 36%? It's down 20. It's bad. You cannot win an election with 36%. And that's not even showing the economy on this thing here. I'm sure we could find it. Let's see. Because they've got everything here. Uh-oh, my pharmacy. Whose pharmacy is that? That's mine. Hello? Speaking. Yes. Right. Oh, so it won't be there till after 4? Can you call me later and let me know that you do get it if you can? Or have somebody call me so I know? Okay. Yes. Awesome. Thank you for calling me and letting me know. You have a great day. Bye-bye. I didn't come in this morning's order. Oh my God. You'll be there after 4. Jesus. Just what I needed. Where is the other ones? Where is the economy? Election. Where is energy? I don't know if that's going to bring it up. Election. Where is the economy? I seen it. It ain't good. That I know. Economy. Let's put it here. I can't believe how much coffee went up, $2.50. I can't believe it. That's Obama. Who cares about that? Top governor. Find any poll. Why does it have Obama's? Who gives a shit? It has all the polls, though. That's the thing. All the latest polls. I'm surprised that I'm not seeing economy. I could tell you it's not good. Those are the old races. I see, look, they're unfavorable too. But right now, if the elections were held now, the Democrats up by over 5. He's barely winning in Ohio. That's scary. These races are a lot closer in these places that they should be. I can't believe I can't find the economy. But they're updated. These are updated. And you know what the funny thing is? When I start talking about this, a lot of the conservative people that watch bail out because they don't want to see it. They do not want to see it or hear it because they're totally in denial. Totally in denial. Well, they'll figure out denial when it hits them in the face next November, when reality check happens. Because right now, it's ugly. It could change in a year. It could change. Economic limits. Yeah, Affordable Care is a political winner. The Republicans haven't had a plan in over a decade. And now all of a sudden they're going to have one. They do that all the time. The last time that happened, it cost them the House and the Senate. So they are in deep shit right now. They really are. They got to do something to turn it around. I still can't see the economy. I'm shocked. These are Senate, Governor, find any poll. I don't see it. All I know is it ain't freaking good. There's too many things happening. There are even people that are not rerunning in the Republican Party for the House in 2026. That puts that seat up. It's not good. Now this is old. I mean, if this was a couple of weeks ago. And this is on Fox News, which is, they love him. This is Fox News on the economy. And this is a paper that favors him. And this was released yesterday. Americans say Trump has done more to raise prices than lower them by 2-1. That's 2/3. That's over 60%. And that's USA Today. They're a favorable outlet for the president. So things are not looking good. Okay, so this was updated yesterday. And this was yesterday. He's at 41.1% approve. And going down. But these are polls. They're just polls. When he first got into office, look how high, of course. Little bumpy, but the trend has been going down. Because people are starting to feel it. Right here. They're starting to feel it. And, you know, you've got to do something for your party. You just have to. And he'll take the high poll and say, this is what this one said, I'm doing great. Even his immigration, you would think this would be higher. More people disapprove. Look at this. All in the wrong direction. Even on inflation. The economy. Immigration. It's almost he's at his lowest point on immigration. Definitely near the bottom on the economy. And definitely at the bottom for inflation. So this is as of yesterday. So it's, again, polls are just polls because they were big time wrong a few weeks ago on that Tuesday one. It wasn't a blue wave, it was a blue tsunami. It was bad. Bad. And they know it. That's why they're starting. And if they, mid-December is coming now, 2 weeks away. They promised to vote in the Senate on the ACA extension. Do you think Republicans are not going to try to find a way to extend it for all those millions of people? You know they are. Because they're worried about 2026. If they vote against it and they're on the record voting against it, there'll be so many campaign ads made for it. Let alone everything else. But that's not good. So let's see what happens. I say there's going to be a bipartisan bill put together to extend the tax credits for at least another year to get past the 2026 elections. If I was a betting person, it's going to get extended because it would be political bad for the Republican Party not to. I don't think they're that crazy not to do it. I don't think they're that crazy. They know things are bad as it is for them for 2026. I don't think they need to do more harm. I may be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I think they're going to... And the House is close now. Marjorie, she doesn't leave till the beginning of January. She's not going to vote against it. She has nothing to lose. And some of these others that are now saying, I'm not going to run for re-election, they have nothing to lose either. They can't afford to lose votes in the House. They have a slim majority. They could be in big doo-doo. So I don't even think that there's enough people in the House to go against it right now. Got to see about the Senate, though. But they're just burying themselves in more misery. And I always say it has nothing to do with the Democrats, has nothing to do with Republicans, because they're going to vote their way. It's about what? Independence. Independence right now. Independents have bailed, jumped ship. They're not on the ship. They've jumped. They're done. Independents said, okay, let's try this. Let's give this a chance. After 11 months, no. And that's just after 11 months. So, like I said, you can't win on party line alone. You have to have that independent vote. What? Wow, that's new. U.S. Appeals Court disqualifies Trump ally Haba as U.S. attorney. Yeah, because they think they could just do whatever they want without following the law. And it's funny because they say, you're going to be held accountable to the law. They're breaking the rules almost every day, pushing the limits, pushing the courts every day, and hoping to get it to the Supreme Court where they think they'll get favored from a 6-3 Supreme Court. So they don't care if it goes to the courts and there's appeals, they lose. They want to get it to the Supreme Court. And that just drags it out longer as it goes through that process, through the courts to get to there. They're not stupid. So there's a lot that's going on. Like somebody wrote to me that, and I'm not going to mention it, they sent me a post. And there is due process for people that are undocumented to seek asylum. They got rid of a lot of the judges that took these cases. That's under the radar. They got rid of a lot of those judges. And they are detaining people. Did you see what happened to that teenage girl on the plane? This is a bad look. This is not the worst of the worst. And I get it. If you're here illegally, it's still a crime. You're here illegally. But the cruelty and the nature and the conduct that's going on, the general public is like, this is way, way out of control, not what we expected. Not to see that. You told us the worst of the worst. And, you know, like I said, one base is loving it. The other one is screaming. But what about the people in the middle? Those independents. They're like, no. He lost the Hispanics. They're bailing. African Americans are bailing. Everybody's bailing. Except the base. You cannot win with the base alone. Unless you live in a ruby red district and it's strictly based on those constituents. But it's a lot closer than it should be. And that's an alarm. For sure. And they need to pay attention. It's like they're not paying attention. They better. So we'll see. We'll see how all this plays out. Right now, it's not looking good. Like I said, I don't trust polls. Absolutely not. But it gives you a little pulse. That's about it. Trending doesn't mean nothing. And just remember, there is statistics out there that still exist while you can still get them. But remember, the people that depend on the ACA, the majority are Republican, not blue. The majority of people that depend on Medicaid, who is it? What states? Red states. The states that are most dependent on federal money, assistance, aid in general are red. Remember that. Regardless of what they might try to spin, it's red. And they're hurting their own constituents. They're only doing pain to them. And it's just mind-boggling. As long as the data still exists, because they're slowly removing data. That's not convenient. They're removing it. Because it's not part of what they want the messaging. They're actually removing statistics. That's a fact. I can show you one on the screen as an example. So, and it's kind of scary. They can't do town halls. They can't do rallies. They're going to get yelled at and booed at. That's why you don't see much of it right now on the Republican Party side. Because they know it's not going to be a good look. Let me see. I gotta go out soon. It's funny because now I can't even find them. This used to be an easy search. I wonder if they're eliminating them. Wow. Federal aid for Medicaid by state. Okay, here. Finally. It's not gone yet. So it shows you in comparison. The federal Medicaid assistance percentage. There's a map. Mississippi, West Virginia, Kentucky, Alabama, South Carolina, Arkansas are the top states dependent on federal aid for Medicaid. And then finally a blue state, New Mexico. Guess who ranks on the bottom? California, New York, and Washington. Federal money for Medicaid. They're at the bottom. The top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the top 7 are red, starting with number 1. Actually, that should be shuffled. It's Mississippi number 1, West Virginia, Alabama, then New Mexico, because they got the numbers mixed up. Then Kentucky, then South Carolina, and then Arkansas. Red. 6 out of the 7 top states dependent on federal money for Medicaid are red. Eventually, these stats are going to disappear. I wouldn't doubt it. Because they're going to do it. They don't want people to see this. Okay, here's one. It's a hard one to read. That's a hard graph to understand. If I was to share it on the screen. Okay, hold on. States most reliant on federal aid. Finally found one. New Mexico is so bad. It's on every bad statistical. That state is a mess. But states most reliant on federal aid. Montana, New Mexico, Kentucky, Louisiana, Alaska. Federal aid per resident, if we're breaking it down. Alaska, Rhode Island, New Mexico, Wyoming, Delaware. Wow. Wow. When you look at the statistics, they're ugly. Let me try it. Top. Here we go. Louisiana is considered a blue state. I didn't know that. That I did not know. And remember, it's per capita. You got to think of the population of each state. This one's not even telling me. Oh my God. Which states depend most on food assistance? New Mexico, Louisiana, Oregon, Oklahoma, Massachusetts, Nevada, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Alabama, Michigan, California, Florida, New York, Rhode Island, Kentucky. And it breaks it down percentage of households. So that's kind of a mixed bag. Wow. Let me see another thing. States that did not expand Medicaid, such as Texas and Florida, have higher uninsured rates. These states often rely more heavily on the ACA marketplaces for coverage. States like Texas, Florida, and Georgia have seen substantial enrollment growth in ACA. These states account for a large portion of the total ACA enrollees. Holy shit. Those are red. Look at this. Examples. Expansion states: California, New York, Illinois. Lower uninsured rates. Broader access to care. Texas, Florida, Georgia. Higher uninsured rates, reliance on marketplaces. All states without state exchanges. Access to ACA compliant plans through healthcare.gov. There's a lot. It's going to affect a lot of people. More than 3 out of 4 people who live in ACA marketplace enrollees won by Trump in 2024. So who's it going to hurt? Republicans have to know this. More than 3 out of 4 enrollees in the marketplace, the ACA tax credits, live in states won by the president in 2024. Yeah, California has, I saw what Jamie wrote. California, a lot of places definitely have their issues. There's no doubt. I'm talking about how this is going to affect people across the country. Like New York, I can go off on New York, but then again, I can go off on things that are going on here that are caused by the federal government. So, you can always pick and choose something that is dysfunctional, definitely broken, not working. Like he says that most mismanaged state tax to that's San Francisco. My cost for next year went up by $2,000 for insurance. $2,000 next year it went up. $2,000. It's crazy. And I don't want to say a word because I'm on TikTok. It's not a good place. The Palisade burned down, no water for fire trucks. It's disgusting, and I live here. That is horrific. And that is poor, like you said, that is mismanagement, not being prepared, contingency plans in the event of a disaster emergency. That is just bad management. And people need to be held accountable for that. But the same thing could be said about when you have damage from hurricanes, tornadoes, you know, the response. I mean, look what happened in horrifically with that camp. And they didn't want to pay to have that siren system. But nearby towns around them have them, but they didn't want to do it. Who's held accountable for that? So, I mean, you can pick and choose, like New York. I can't even tell you how much money I've saved with solar. Thank God. Thank God. The utility companies just keep raising their rates. Now, I just read that Con Edison was supposed to raise their rates from 11 to 13% next year. They made a deal with the state. They're only going to raise it by like 4%. 4% is still 4%, but they did come with a deal with the state not to raise it 11 for electric and 13 for natural gas for the people that live in the city and surrounding areas that Con Edison covers. So they did come up with a compromise. So those people aren't going to get hit with some crazy hikes down there in the city. But everywhere, the rates are going up. There was a chart. I don't know if I have it as a PDF. You do not realize how bad it is this year compared to last year. Bad. Bad. Everything's almost doubled in a lot of bad areas. Rates. Now, I don't know if I saved it as a PDF or maybe as a bookmarked website. It's not good. I thought I had downloaded the PDF. I could have sworn I did. Let me look at PDF. I save a lot of PDFs because then they disappear. Oh, here we go. I found it. What? What the hell is going on here now? We don't want that. Cancel. Open with Acrobat. Let's try that. Here we go. Look at this chart.
It's a sunny day in New
Alexa,
York.
stop.
The current
Look at this chart. And look how it's going up out west. Oh my God. But here's the one. Compared to August of last year to now. This past August.
The Yankees are buzzing
Alexa,
with trade
stop.
rumors.
Look how much shit has gone up. Here's the catch. Where does it say it? It's almost doubled. Doubling 2024 totals. Utility rate increase requests and approvals have climbed to 34 billion through quarter three, doubling 2024 totals. Utilities proposed are receiving regulatory authorization for 5.1 billion in the third quarter. Blah 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 blah. Through the first 9 months of 2025, utilities have requested or received approval for a total of 34 billion in rate increases, more than double the 16 billion during the same period of 2024. That's important. How much these utility companies are requesting and receiving. It's insane. Yes, definitely Jaime or Jamie, however you pronounce it. I apologize if I mispronounce it, but this is a problem. So prices aren't going down for utilities. Everything's going up. 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 Don't buy the lie. Do not buy the lie. Because there's a lot of it. This is the facts. And I always get this because people have a tendency to believe anything they see or hear, but they don't see the statistics. They don't do the research. They just go based on what they're told. You know what I mean? It's like, please do the research. Because you'll be shocked to see what's really going on. It's not good. Just like this piece of document, I'm trying to find it. They took it down before anybody could see it, but luckily I had it already downloaded it. It's no longer, they took it after Charlie Kirk, sadly, you know, that was horrific. But they took this down off the DOJ website. And it was a study to current. And I can't really get into it because I'm on TikTok. But since 1990, far-right extremists have committed far more ideologically motivated homicides than far-left, including 227 events that took more than 520. In the same period, far-left extremists committed 42 that took 78. A recent threat assessment by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security concluded that domestic violence extremists are acute threat and highlighted a probability long-standing ideological grievances related to immigration and narratives surrounding electoral fraud will continue to serve as justification for violent actions. And it goes more into more statistics. But they removed this. The DOJ removed this in mid-September because they don't want people to see the study. Because they tried to spin it that it's only the left, but this is part of it, and I got it. I got it before they removed it. And it breaks it down. It breaks it down. But they removed it. Because they didn't want people to see it anymore. Because they said everything happens from the left. It's the left that is responsible for all this violent extremism. Actually, statistics show it's the opposite. Now, more in as far as the media, we know what's been going on the last 4 to 5 years. Do you know what I mean? He is definitely, and I live in New York. First of all, I would say there's a lot to contradict everything you just said. The economy's tanking. Prices are skyrocketing. Everything that I purchase is going up. per month, I'm probably spending now more. Well, probably in January, it's really going to hit the fan. It's probably going to cost me $400 to $500 more a month because of his policies. I wouldn't say that's the greatest president ever. And the majority of the country does not agree with you. MAGA does. But that's the minority right now. And living in New York, majority of my life in New York City, and the things that he did to the small businesses while building his casinos was absolutely horrific. What his father and him did to the minority community and denying them access to live in his buildings, and they settled out of court. They settled in court. There's a history there. For a person that lives in New York, we know all about President Trump. Quite well. There's a lot of things that the people don't know that was going on in the city. The kissing of Putin's ass, it just raises all kinds of alarm bells. And I've already done extensive research on this. That minerals deal that he signed was great in April. Great for the United States. He's about to blow it. He's about to blow that by making a deal with Russia. Because I can give you all the information because I did extensive research on this. The territory that Russia currently occupies in Ukraine is estimated to be worth $12.7 trillion in resources. Rare earth, oil, coal, you name it. He's about to hand that over to Russia, only to make a deal, which the information is now coming out. They're making some kind of a secret deal to work with Russia to get access to it. But you're giving it to Russia. You signed a minerals deal with Ukraine. I don't live in New York City, so I don't have a Muslim mayor. Just saying what's good. But then again, he seems all buddy-buddy with him until Mamdani does something that he doesn't like, and then he's not going to be his buddy-buddy again because that was a bro fest. People were shocked when they saw that. That was like a bro fest. Yeah, you could say it. You don't have to. When the fascist remarked, did you call the president a fascist? He started to talk to the president. I said, just tell him, yes. I was like, oh my God. He's hitting him on the arm. I'm like, what is going on? What is this bro fest thing now? And then that same night, Marjorie Taylor Greene announces that she's resigning. That was a crazy day. I couldn't believe what I was seeing on the screen. This bro fest thing going on. I was like, it definitely did not help the governor's race for the Republican Party. Stefanik she's like, on this one, I don't agree with him on. The guy is, I can't say because I'm on TikTok. He's one of those. I was like, oh. She's down by like over 20 points right now in the governor's race in New York. She has no chance to win in New York. People that think that she does, wishful thinking, she has no chance to win in New York. None. I will be absolutely stunned and shocked. The demographics are also coming in. 18 to 29, over 65% voted Democrat a few weeks ago across the country. In New York, for Mamdani, it was like 78%. It was like, what? New York City, I'm so glad I don't live there anymore. It's been 20 years. So I'm glad. I'm far away. I like it. So I know what you're saying, Jaime. I'll just say Jamie. I know what you're saying. But you know what? It's good to have a conversation without putting people down or shouting, and having a conversation, whether we agree or disagree. It's good in a respectful way. And that's what Charlie Kirk did. He debated with people in a respectful way. And he just, I mean, my gosh, that's the way it should be done, right? And he does have unrealistic ideas. Free buses and grocery. That's like what you would find in Russia. State-run or city-run groceries. As some of his other ideas. But see, Trump is looking at it from building apartment complexes so he can have his billionaire contractor buddies get contracts in the city. So that's probably his angle, if I had to guess. Just a guess. But there's something there that makes it his worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was... I wrote a song after that happened. That was horrific. Now, a lot of people are not feeling this Venezuela thing. I am. I'm all for the president doing it. I am all for the president doing it. Please do. I can get my friend who's a retired police officer Marine on the line with me. He will tell you, we've been saying this for years. We need to label them a terrorist, narco-terrorist group or a country and go after them. Take out their money. Hit them where it hurts, in the pocket, in the money. You see how quick that shit stops. I would target their infrastructure, wherever, everything. I'm going after them. And Colombia, you're on the list too. But that's just me. So like me, I'm an independent. There are things I agree and disagree on everything. We all do, right? I'm not dug into a red or a blue hole. I'm not one of those. I'm in the middle. I'm a moderate. I'm in the middle. When I lived in the city, I was definitely a Democrat, just like Trump was. Living here the last 20 years, I have swung to the middle. I live in a conservative area. I'm in a red district. I've definitely swung to the middle from the blue left, even though I'm wearing blue, but a red cap. So, but, people change. People's opinions change. That's good. That's okay. It's okay to change and have different ideas when you have more information or data or statistics, all that. But I'm all for it. I hope they burn those fields and facilities, storage facilities, their infrastructure. And I'm not talking about hitting the cities. I'm hitting them where it hurts, where the drug cartels thrive, the supply chain lines, the tunnels. I'm going after all of it. That's just me. So I'm all with the president on this one. A lot of people are like, oh, this is war. We don't want to get involved in any war. Nobody wants to get involved in a war. This is our neighborhood. This is our continent. It's not that far. China's influence there. Russia has influence there. Iran has influence there. That's our backyard. It's just not human trafficking, drug trafficking, whatever. It's a lot more than that. You know what I mean? Heck yes, there's definitely more to it. Exactly. You see, we're on the same page. You're reading into it like I am. There's a lot more to this than that. I knew stuff going on there for months from the people I talked to. I just can't talk about it. But they know. They know where the targets are. Like the president's going to meet today at 5 o'clock in the Oval Office. They're going to have a meeting about Venezuela today at 5. Now, I was looking at Flight Radar 24. There's a lot of traffic going on over Venezuela right now. So he said that that airspace should be considered closed. Venezuela's not listening, which is kind of interesting in itself. And the word was, it's just a rumor, that during the phone call he told Maduro that he and his wife and his son must leave Venezuela immediately, that he needs to resign right there on the spot before he's taken guaranteed somewhere to safety or whatever. That was the talk, speculation. I'm not saying that's true, but that was what was going on out there. That was the talk. We'll see. But here's Venezuela right now. A lot of flights. A lot of flights over Venezuela right now. Now, I did see that Russia was trying to get its citizens out of Venezuela. I saw that yesterday. But these are all Venezuelan planes. Let's see. This one's not highlighting. Oh, that's Colombian. Oh, it's Panamanian. That's also, what is that? Passenger. That's Venezuelan. Some of them are not highlighting. That's Venezuelan. They're all leaving Caracas. Venezuelan. Venezuelan. Yeah, so the Venezuela has a lot of planes in the air right now. This could be Dominican, United Airlines. They fly that. Like, that's a Dominican flight right there. Dominican Republic. So, as you can see, they're avoiding this area here. You can only wonder why. I'll leave it at that. But there's still a lot of traffic going over Venezuela right now. This one just left Venezuela. That one is not available. Interesting. But you could see the air traffic is not closed off, the airspace. They're still traveling over Venezuela. Now, most of the air traffic is here. You could see that. A lot of airlines are diverting. The only ones flying here are Venezuelan mostly, and Panamanian and Colombian. I wouldn't doubt we see Cuban planes too. That's JetBlue. Wow, JetBlue. A lot of JetBlue planes. They're going to Aruba, probably. Wow, look at that. That left JFK. That one. That left Miami. That's not available. That's US. So I keep an eye on this just to see if anything gets quiet here. Not available. But that looks like Venezuelan, yep. I got the, it doesn't matter, I got the military filter, but it doesn't mean nothing. So they could just be checking out. Where did it take off from? It doesn't say. That could just be a recon. But yeah, it's interesting. I would keep an eye on this. But nothing's going to pop off for the next day or two, if it does at all. And here, we got to keep an eye on this. I think something might go off this week in Venezuela. If I had to guess. So just keep an eye on the air traffic. There's free ones. What is it? FlightAware? There's another one. This is the paid version. But I would keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on that. Because like I said, at 5 o'clock today, they're having a meeting. All the top officials in the administration are meeting at 5 o'clock at the Oval Office to talk Venezuela. What are the next steps? Now, it's 1 hour ahead for me. You're in California, so Venezuela's 4 hours ahead of you. So right now, it's 10:22. It's 11:22 a.m. in Caracas. It's 1 hour ahead of me. It's 4 hours ahead of you in San Fran, near San Fran. So, and I don't know if it's going to come up, but Russia has been evacuating tourists out of Venezuela. And who else knows what else? Because they have a military presence there too. Russian Venezuela. I seen it yesterday somewhere. It's right here. Russia evacuates citizens from Venezuela ahead of potential U.S. strike. This is today, but I saw it yesterday. Here's a paper from somewhere. It's in Spanish. La Derecha de Diario. Putin abandons Maduro and urges his citizens to leave Venezuela. Moscow reroutes tourists to Cuba. Wow. That was yesterday. Russia announces that it will begin evacuating Russian citizens who are in Venezuela. They will send some special flights to be able to get them out of the country. This is now being reported by Association of Russian Tour Operators. A person that represents the company for the tourism operator. All remaining scheduled flights to Venezuela will also be rerouted to Cuba. The resumption of the flight program to Venezuela is planned after the situation returns to normal. She added that the Russians currently vacationing in Venezuela will still complete their holidays on Margarita Island as planned and will later be repatriated directly to Moscow on a special flight run by a partner airline, probably Cuban. For decades, Russia has been one of Venezuela's most loyal allies, backing the Maduro government. There are also reports suggesting that the special flights could include not only tourists but officials. That's what I thought. Business people and figures close to the government interested in leaving the country in the face of a possible scenario of greater instability. If accurate, such movements could signal widening concerns about Venezuela's internal situation. However, there is still no confirmation of any diplomatic rupture between Moscow and Caracas. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. The Russians are pulling out. Exactly. I'll just say it quick because I got to get off. I have to go out. But Jaime, can I say Jaime? Say yes or no. Or you want, I'll just say that. Is Jaime okay? Say yes or no. I know there's a delay. I'm Puerto Rican and Italian and Russian, Lithuanian. My Spanish sucks, but it would be Jaime in Spanish. I'm just saying. So that's another thing. Okay, yes, it's fine. So keep an eye on that. I would definitely be keeping attention. See, I don't watch the news. I look for stuff. Oh my God, they're talking about even more snow now here tomorrow. You know who's somebody that's really good to watch, and I can't share it on the screen? I don't know if you're familiar on the Tuba View. I have to say it that way. Tousi TV, Tousi TV. On the Tuba View, he's pretty good. I like watching his stuff. You might like it too. Tousi TV. He just came out with a new video. He's live right now. Labor sentenced to in Bangladesh. Starmer's leadership in crisis. That's what he's talking about right now. There is a lot of cloak and dagger. Excuse me. I honestly think something's gonna pop off soon. I do. My name is Bill, and it's nice meeting you. So, I don't think I have any live shows to produce tonight. I'm gonna do a check on that quick. And it's good to be able to speak to somebody, even though we may disagree on stuff, and have a nice conversation. That's always a great thing. I actually love that people can talk to each other, and I'm sure we agree on a lot of things too. Nobody's scheduled for a live show tonight, so it looks like I'm off tonight. So I may be off the hook for work. I will be honest though, I do want to take a trip to California at some point to experience it. Salud. Salud. But you're always welcome here. And I'm on those platforms, but I'm on TikTok. Like right now I'm on TikTok. I do Sky. What's up, KJ? I'm looking at TikTok now. I do sky watches with a camera. Like in 2 weeks is the Gemini meteor shower. If it's clear here, I will definitely be covering it. I write music. I play drums. I play guitar. I play a lot of video games. Too many. And I work, so I'm always busy. And I'm involved with the UFO stuff. That's really what, matter of fact, I need to call somebody and hope he got in contact because I haven't talked to him. He better. Yes. Don't forget Matter of fact, I gotta call somebody about this shit. A UFO fair for next year. He better pick up, because I need to know what the hell's going on.
Hey,
Yo, did you ever reach out to them yet?
them who?
Oh my God, Giorgio. Nick Pope. Nick Pope. Did you reach out to Nick yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, well, you might want to, just in case if you really want Giorgio there next year.
Okay, all right, I got you.
I know you got a lot on the plate, but I mean, we're in December now. We got to really start thinking about what we're going to do for next year.
Yeah.
So, that would be one heck of a person to have there for sure. Anyway, everything else okay?
No, it's not.
Anything I can do? Not likely, right?
Yeah, I have no way I wouldn't even know where to ask.
I don't mean to laugh, but I can only imagine. And then, because the reason I say this, because when you reach out to Nick, and if that doesn't work out, we got to move on to Plan B.
Which is what?
I don't know. That's why I got to think about Plan B. I'll talk to Martin. All right, let me run. Call me.
All right.
Bye. Good night. What do you mean good night? It's the middle of the morning, Jaime. It's not nighttime. It's daytime. But you have a great day. But if you like the UFO stuff, it's what I do. Look at the sweater. Look. I mean, come on. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Jaime, you have a great one. And your family. KJ, I gotta go. I gotta go on errands. I gotta do errands before the storm tomorrow. So I'll be back later on. So anybody who may be watching, have a great rest of your day. I'll be back later on. But I gotta bail because I got things to do. All right. Be well, be blessed, be safe to all of you. Love to everyone, and I'll be back later. So